guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I just thought I would bring you along and do a quick tutorial on this new little fold out that I've kind of stumbled across. Now, I'm not trying to say that I've invented this. It's new to me. I don't feel that I have ever seen anyone else do this, but you know, that by all means does not mean it doesn't exist somewhere. So basically, it is taken from an A4 sheet of paper. So around the world, that's just your standard, you know, copy size paper, kind of 11 by 8.5, I think that is in the US. But it's very similar anyway. And to be fair, it doesn't have to be that size. You know, this one, as you can see, I forgot to print out borderless. So all I'm going to do is trim the, you know, the borders off. So of course it's no longer, you know, an A4 piece of paper. It's slightly, you know, slightly different. So that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter at all. So just trim those borders off. And obviously I can just tidy this up if it's not looking too straight at the end of it. When it's the made piece, we can just chop it down. But for the time being, we'll kind of go with that. So let me move these pieces out of the way so you haven't got loads of things to look at. And then all you're going to do is basically fold it into quarters. So I find the easiest way to do that is just fold it in half and then in half again, like that. Okay, wonder what, there it is. I was going to say, what have I done with my bone folder, which I am pretty good at always putting back in its right place, but stranger things have happened. So we just fold it with the bone folder, and then you're going to decide which way round you want it, you know, which piece that you want showing at the front. So I would quite like, I think, these pieces showing at the front. So basically what you're going to do now is, right, open your thing up. Right, so you're going to open your piece back out. And then, I mean, to be fair, you could have folded it this way in the first place. I don't know really why I didn't. But you're going to pick the piece that you want at the front. So I would like this piece, I think, at the front. And I'm going to fold it in the other way. I like that. So does that make sense? You're kind of folding the pattern in on it, you know, itself. Obviously, if you're using a plain piece of paper, you don't have to worry about this so much. And then you're going to take your, you know, what is effectively your back piece and put it there. Now, what you want to do is make here a flap. So all I'm going to do is cut down, so the approximate height that I want this to be. So say I want it, you know, here. I'm just going to cut along there. I can see already I'm making a hideous job of this. So, yep, don't do it like me. And then I'm just going to fold or cut here a couple of, you know, what would effectively be like my envelope flaps. So, and I'll just take that corner piece to hopefully get the other side, you know, vaguely resembling this flap. Okay. And I'll keep that in case I want to make anything out of that. I know it's titchy, but you know, why throw things away? So here, as you can see, hideously not straight. So I'm just going to straighten that off. I mean, of course, you know, use a guillotine if you prefer, or a paper trimmer. I mean, I just really can't, you know, can't get on with those things that much. I find them quite cumbersome. So I'm just going to trim my envelope flap a little bit more because, again, didn't make a very good job of that. And then you're going to fold that over here like that. Okay, and then depending on how long you want it, so I might just chop mine down slightly inside, you know, in terms of the length of it, like that. And then I've got some circles that I've ready punched, so I just punch them with my 1-inch circle. Just going to ink that up. I mean, it is on that buff coloured card, but I will just ink it up a little bit further. And then I'll just take my pokey tool and I want to put it on here. So I'm just going to poke my hole through the whole lot like that. Take my brad. Oh, come on, come on. Right, take my brad, pop that through, and then we just squash that down like that. Okay, and then all I'm going to do now is take my string, and at this point you could use, you know, baker's twine or string or whatever you fancy using or have to hand. So I'm just going to use string for this one. And I'm just going to tie it around here in the first instance. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. So yeah, I included one of these in my Mayfair folio, and to be fair, to be fair, I had forgotten really about it until I came to do the flip through, and I thought, oh, I must make a few more of those because I will sell that and then I will, you know, never remember what I've made ever again. So yeah, then basically you're going to just wind it round and then just clasp it shut like that. That's it. And then you've got this brilliant, with lots of journaling space, little fold out. So if I just unwind that, that opens and you've got all that journaling space in there. So again, you could obviously have this, you know, exactly as you want it, whether you want it glued into a journal. So you'd glue it here on this back flap, and then you could obviously unwrap it and fold it out. Or of course you could have it as just, you know, tucked into a pocket or something. So completely up to you, but I just thought they're quite nifty. So I'm going to make another one just to run you through it again, because I know that, you know, I probably didn't really make a great deal of sense on that first one. So we'll do another one, and we will use obviously different paper to keep it interesting, hopefully. Hopefully keep it interesting. Who knows whether it will be. Oh, I'm just looking to see which paper to use now. I had a selection here. Oh, decisions. Right, let's just do this one. So again, what I'm going to do, and probably this would make more sense to fold inwards. So I'm going to, again, fold it in. You'll have to excuse this because this is that one I coffee-dyed with that ground coffee, which ended up turning it, you know, quite turmeric colour. So that's why it's very yellow on the back. So that's that, and then fold it like this. Or, to be fair, you could fold it one piece like that. Oops. Like that. Okay, just squash that in there. And then you could fold this one using that one behind as a guide. And to be honest, that's probably a better way to get a much more accurate lining up effect. Do you see what I mean? It's then a perfect line up, whereas actually doing it the way I'd done the first one, it doesn't really line up perfectly. I mean, I don't mind that, but this way I think is actually better. So then what you're going to do is, again, untuck it or unfold it, and you're then going to cut down the rough height that you want it. So I'm just going to cut it across here. And, you know, you can make these as tall or as stumpy as you want. Again, depending on your paper size and what have you. So I'm just going to cut it to about there. And then, again, just going to cut that flap down there. I mean, really what I should have done was obviously cut that paper down, but, you know, sometimes you just do whatever's quickest to you, don't you? So, although in hindsight, it turns out never to be the quickest route for me, because actually, if I'd just cut it down, I probably wouldn't have had to go back. Anyway, right, enough waffling. So that's your piece there. Again, I'm not very straight here, so I mean, I can always just tidy that up a little bit here. Okay, like that. And then we're just going to fold that in. Oh, still very, very, very wonky. So hold on a moment. Okay, right. How am I looking now? A bit better. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, and then you're going to take your flap again and fold it down. Now just check that it's kind of loosely similar. So just bring that in again because we chopped that down a bit more. So there we go. And then you can bring your flap down over there. And, you know, I mean, you can leave it as a longer flap. So let's do that for this one. So again, just hold that down. In fact, squash that down with my bone folder. Again, I've got those circles that I've already punched. Let me just bring in my ink that up a little bit. Might just ink around here a little bit too. Suppose we've got that really nice vintagey look going on. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope you're getting some crafting in. The sun was out this morning and it seems to have gone in now, so I hope it's not going to deteriorate because it was looking glorious, and yeah, it's just not looking so good now. So again, I'm just going to take my pokey tool, bring it up here, and then just pop it on, you know, just approximately where I think the middle is, and just then poke that through like that. Get my brad like that. And then just, whoops, come on, like that. Okay, and then we fold it over, and then again, we'll just take some string. Oops. I mean, you could use embroidery thread, to be fair, because that would be really pretty. You could then obviously, you know, match your colours up to your piece. So that would maybe look really good. Come on. So just tie that up. And then this one here. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to trim that little tail down, which I don't think I did on this one. Oh, I did do that, yeah. Sorry, going mad there for a minute. Okay, and then again, we just wind that round and then just wrap that around there a couple of times, and again then just snip that off. So yeah, super quick, super easy, and obviously then give you a lot of journaling space. So I was quite excited to come and show you those, and they just kind of occurred by accident when I made my first one, but I thought actually I really like how they turned out. So I hope you guys like them, and yeah, if you do, I mean, we could make some in the mass making, so that you've got some ready on hand to include in your journals. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks then, bye.